Headlines most affecting Abbotsford this week. Some possible grants to be building secondary suites. Chances Casino behind picket lines. The long weekend means Agrifair. And Olympian Nick Taylor, he hits the links. We'll have that in sports. All right, Abbotsford, let's get started. Secondary suites have always been a hot topic issue, and the city of Abbotsford is looking at a program that would make it easier to add and register secondary suites to existing homes. Now, this matter is now before council. So there is a staff report indicating that the city plans at least 73 additional secondary suites over the next 3 years to increase the housing supply. That would also come with a $10,000 grant from the Housing Accelerator Fund. Metro Vancouver mayors sitting on the TransLink board issued a rather dire warning. If the province and the feds don't keep up with helping fund TransLink, it will look at slashing services by up to 50% if a new funding model is not found. Now, these cuts would be needed by the end of 2025. Now, TransLink serves Metro Vancouver from the North Shore to Vancouver to Surrey and Ridge Meadows. But after that, going east, that jurisdiction is BC Transit. So according to this report, the $600 million shortfall would mean a big cut in services, but potentially eliminating the West Coast Express. That runs from Vancouver to Mission. However, the Fraser Valley bus, the 66, the Express, that bus would not be affected because that is run by BC Transit. BC Black Press reporting that employees at Chances Casino in Abbotsford are on strike. The establishment has been closed due to a labor dispute. That started on Sunday. The current contract between the two sides expired back in February. Recent talks led to this impasse. A notice from the United Steelworkers Local 2009 states that the primary issue is wages. Recently released police reported crime numbers from Stats Canada showing that the year-over-year crime rate in Abbotsford Mission as well as Chilliwack did increase from last year. Now, both Abbotsford and Chilliwack made the top 10 list for crime in Canada. The 2024 Abbotsford Agrifair will include country singer Lisa Brokop, wrestling, rodeo, and the Grey Cup. Okay, it's a large 20-foot inflatable Grey Cup, but it's still pretty cool to see. The Agrifair is this long weekend, August 2nd to 4th. This week always wants to highlight tourism within the Fraser Valley. Sarah Auguste with Advantage Hope will be joining us in a moment to talk about what's happening at the far end of the valley and what's in store for the last half of summer. That's coming up in just a few minutes. So we have that interview with Sarah, and then Olympian Nick Taylor in sports with a new host. That's coming up. This week continues as we take a look around the Fraser Valley and the Canyon when it comes to tourist destinations, travel destinations, and having some fun with it. Sarah Auguste with Advantage Hope has joined us. First off, over the last couple of weeks, we have been hearing about the Othello tunnels. The mayor has said one thing, BC Parks has said another. Going to put you on the hot seat. Do we have an opening for at least two of the tunnels, or are we still waiting?
Well, what we have at the moment is an amazing opportunity for collaboration between all levels of government to get the park reopened. Unfortunately, the park will not reopen this summer as it was initially expected. Yeah. But all levels of government are working really hard to make the space safe for members of the public, and we're hoping to start welcoming members of the public within the next year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I tip of the hat actually to Kermoni Moody of the Hope Standard. She took some photos which showed how much work still has to be done. So big thank you for those. Now, having said that, there's still a lot of stuff to do in Hope, and August is going to be busy. You got concerts coming up.
Oh, yes, we have our concerts in the park at Memorial Park, which I'd highly recommend the public checking out. Give us a call at the Hope Visitor Center if you have any questions about any of the concerts that are coming up. But yeah, it's supposed to be really fun. We've been getting an amazing turnout over the past few weeks, so really excited to be involved in that and excited to welcome the public to come check out beautiful Hope.
Lights on the Lake. When is that, and where is that going to be? That's not in Hope. That's not Kakwa Lake.
No, so that is Lightning Lake at Manning Park Resort, and I'll have to follow up with you on the date.
Yeah, no worries.
Yes, but we just recently were at Manning Park to celebrate BC Parks Day, which was amazing. So if you haven't been to Manning Park yet, that is another great alternative to the tunnels.
Now, last but definitely not least, and we'll be talking more about this as we get closer, Hope Brigade Days. Will the Demolition Derby be there?
The Demolition Derby. I keep hearing so much about
Well, that's what we talk about. I mean, everything else is great, the food trucks and everything else, but yeah.
It's so nice to hear that, people are excited for this event. And unfortunately, I can't confirm whether the Derby will be taking place or not, but I'm definitely hoping so. And I will be pushing for that to happen. So I really do hope it happens this year.
One other thing we've got to, and I'm going to embarrass you here.
That's okay.
Okay. And a shout out to Tom DeSorcy, who is the former fire chief in Hope and a former broadcaster. But I would be remiss, you're training to be a firefighter.
Oh my goodness, I've been given this amazing opportunity to train with the Hope Fire Department, and at this point I'm just an aspiring firefighter, but yes, I am training with them, and all I can say is what an incredible opportunity.
And would you be just in Hope, or will you be doing wildfires, or just stay in Hope?
So my hope is to work on wildfires in the future, and some people might already know climate change is affecting our forests. So I'm really passionate about the environment, and I want to join the fight, and I want to help fight wildfires once I am trained up. So that is my goal.
Shout out to Hope Fire, okay? Sarah, again, a big thank you for coming by. You're always welcome.
Thank you so much, and it was such a pleasure speaking with you today.
You're welcome. You're watching This Week.
Hi Abbotsford, my name is Alex Ericksson, and I'm here to bring to you abbyTV's sports. Trinity Western University have 5 alumni at the 2024 Paris Olympics. Former TWU Spartans track and field athlete Regan Yee will run with the Team Canada's athletics team. Fellow alumnae Allison Jackson will road race for Canada's cycling team. Joining them in Paris are 3 more former Spartans, Brody Hoffer, Eric Lepke, and Lucas Van Berkel, competing with the Canadian men's volleyball team. The Paris Olympic golf tournament started today and runs through the long weekend. Abbotsford's Nick Taylor is on the team. Abbotsford Angels 13U AAA finished first in provincials over the weekend, bringing home the 13U AAA banner. The team will now have their name up at Barry Park to celebrate their season and provincials win. They went 6-0 this provincials weekend, with their last 4 games all being mercies. On Saturday, August 3rd at 4 p.m. at MacLeod Stadium, the Langley Rams host Prince George. The Rams had a bye week. The Rams lost to the Okanagan Sun 22-15 back on July 20th. The British Columbia Football Conference has a new streaming platform where the league is confident will create a seamless, user-friendly platform for viewers. For those of you who experience multiple billings with the service they used on July 20th, refunds are being issued by that company. If you have not received your refund by August 2nd, you're asked to contact the league office. Coming up, Cari with the weather.
abbyTV weekend weather. So, Cari, another heat wave for the long weekend?
Hey Abby, I hope everybody enjoyed all of that rain last week. My lawn sure did. Coming up, we're right back into summer with temperatures in the high 20s, but it's gonna feel like at least 36. Hope everybody enjoys all that fun sun. Fun fact, the only 2 countries that have participated in the modern day Olympic Games since it began are Greece and Australia. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Back to you, Don.
Thanks, Cari, and thank you for watching. If you have a local news story you'd like us to report on, you can always send us a note to news@chilltv.ca. Thanks for watching. Have a great long weekend. I'm Don Lane.